Team-ups in Marvel Rivals might have genuinely just saved the game, and I'm not just saying that, right? One of Marvel Rivals' most unique and distinguishing features is their team-ups, right? The ability to have two specific heroes and them both, help each other out and unlock new moves, new abilities, boost each other. That is something very unique to Marvel Rivals as far as I'm aware. And it has kind of just sat by the side for most of the time that Rivals has been around. Now, obviously, they do release new team-ups pretty much every season. Although, I would say that most of the time, they wouldn't be used, or the team-ups that did exist were from Season 1 and Season 0 to, Season 2, that weren't really good most of the time, and all the, really that were good ones, the ones that were quote-unquote groundbreaking and broken, kind of got thrown out, right? I'm talking the Gamma team-up for Iron Man, the Venom one for Spider-Man, Jeff Nato, and so many others. Really good team-ups that just kind of got thrown to the wayside for no real reason other than they were just kind of seen as broken at the time, which when you look into the modern landscape of Marvel Rivals doesn't make sense because a lot of the characters are just broken on their own. And a lot of characters who were seen as less broken kind of filled that gap with their team-ups and, those special abilities that the team-ups allowed. Think of, somebody like Namor, who isn't necessarily one of the best characters on his own, but you give him a team-up with somebody like Hela, and he just immediately becomes significantly better and banned a lot of the time in competitive. But then there was, these side characters who were kind of seen as not really good because they didn't have good team-ups, or they were stuck in anchor jail because for some reason, half the characters just wouldn't get team-ups, and they would get a little bit of a boost that didn't generally help them or give them anything to level the playing field. Think of characters like Iron Man, who, well, yes, are good, aren't the best, and, definitely could use something such as, the Gamma team-up from Season 1, right? Or, a lot of people had been saying previously before this update, a Thor team up, when they do Avengers Endgame, or in Avengers, wherever, when Thor strikes him with lightning, he gets a buff, right? His power overloads, which allows him to, put out more damage. And that was a really cool concept in the MCU. So a lot of people wanted to see that in Marvel Rivals. Now, luckily for everybody involved, Iron Man did get team-ups. He got both his Gamma one and his Thor one that everyone had been wanting for a while, which is just great. I think Marvel Rivals needs to focus on the team-ups more because that is a great selling point for them. The ability to have your characters team up and interact in ways that most other hero shooters don't is so helpful to building an audience and to holding a player base, right? While everybody would say, Marvel Rivals is getting boring or whatever, right? Because a lot of people like to throw around dead game allegations anytime a player count takes a dip. Not saying that Marvel Rivals itself was, but a lot of people would go, this game's boring now, right? The gameplay loop is so repetitive. So what did they do? They reworked the team-ups. They reworked a core aspect of their game, which will allow them to be better in the future and, allow their characters to interact differently. Every character now has 2 team-ups regardless. They got rid of the anchor system, which is a really dumb system to start. And they allowed many characters to have different skill floors and skill ceilings, which is such a great thing for the longevity of this game, because that means new characters will also have the ability to get new team-ups. And you can obviously switch around who has what team-ups later on in the game's life, because this game will probably realistically be around for at least 5 years, if not longer, because there's so many characters in the Marvel Universe, and with the Rivals loving to use smaller, less known characters. That's a good thing for this game. Anyways, this is kind of a rant, especially here towards the end. But what do you think about the team ups? Will they save the game, or will the game just kind of still be not that good? I liked where it was. I think this will only make it better. So with that being said, like, subscribe, hit that whatever, anything. I don't know how to do outros. I'm a terrible YouTuber.